everyone, before we get into this video, I just wanted to share a little disclaimer that I totally recorded this video back in December 2023 to vision board with me for 2024, and with everything that happened with life, I had every intention to edit it and get it out beforehand. Didn't happen. So some of the references I am going to make in the video about the end of year reset challenge. Well, the end of year reset challenge didn't really happen because I didn't get all the videos in time, but the Notion hub for it and the Notion template is still available. So I've still linked everything in the video description. Really, there's really no bad time to make a vision board, so this video still applies. Can't wait to share my vision board with you all and go through this process together. So let's just get into it. To week 2 of the end of year reset challenge. If you don't know, my name's Cassandra and I make videos on productivity, self-love, and the occasional travel and living abroad vlog. And you are joining me for a 4-week video series on YouTube to reset for the end of the year and ground ourselves in the energy that we want to bring into 2024. Last week we did self-care and tending to our relationships, so the people in your life, as in your family, your friends, your clients, your teammates, whomever. And this week we are going into one of my very favorite activities, which is reflecting and journaling on 2023 and building a vision for 2024 and actually turning that vision into an actual vision board. Yes. So you can actually make your vision board digitally or physically, and I am a physical person, so I've got my magazines here and some cardboard, and I'm going to do my vision board physically, but of course you can do yours digitally or physically, whatever works best for you. Before we dive into vision boarding though, I definitely want to reflect on what 2023 looked like for me and how I worked towards my goals, and then also dream up some of what I want to be doing for 2024. So we're going to be doing some journaling first before we actually dive into the cutting, pasting, and visioning part. So before I dive into journaling, I'm gonna pull an affirmation card. I usually love to use affirmation cards and also oracle cards as tools for my journaling practice. So for the reflection part of 2023 and what I learned and maybe just biggest lessons, I'm gonna pull an affirmation deck or a card from my affirmation deck. And then for the visioning part, I'm going to pull an oracle card to set the intention for next year. So let's see, we had a couple jump out, but this one is the one that stuck out to me, and it says, "My life is filled with wonder, joy, and imagination." All right, so let's get journaling. I'm gonna be journaling on this, even though this year has just been, I don't know if you all felt it, but 2023 for me was a really tough year. I think emotionally, I went through a couple things. I was just talking about this with a friend actually yesterday, and we were both saying we are super privileged and we live such a privileged life. I was able to take vacation, I think twice. I have family coming to visit this holiday season. I went on networking trips to the UK. I was able to take little mini vacations and just live really a lot, I guess, this year. And then also emotionally, I think this year has just been a lot of ups and downs for me. I had a couple situations where my self-confidence dropped. I had situations where I had a lot of anxiety, and just with everything else going on in the world, I feel like this year has just been intense. So I'm really excited actually and grateful that I got this card, and I'll be journaling on, I guess, where I did find wonder, joy, and imagination in my life this year, and then what did I actually do to cultivate that more in my life. And then we'll go into journaling for 2024, and I'll be pulling a card for you all as well. So you can pick whichever card works best for you. And then I'll be pulling a card for myself. Don't forget about the free Notion hub that I created to follow along with this end of year reset challenge. You can find it in the video description. The link is there and it's live for you all. All you have to do is click on it and then press duplicate so that you can save it in your own Notion hub. And in it, for this week's challenge, I've included 2023 reflection prompts, which are the ones that I just went through. There's 3 of them, and then also some journaling and visioning prompts for 2024, so you can get really clear on what you want your next year to look like. All right, I just finished journaling for 2023 and like reflecting on everything that happened, all of the things that I felt really good about, things where I felt like, definitely need to consider this for the next year. So now that we've done that, some of the biggest things I think that came up for me from this past year was just that I wanted lots of time and space for myself. I felt like a lot of, maybe like the first half of the year, I felt like I was being pulled in lots of different directions. I felt like I had too many things going on and basically the weight of my world or work or whatever else was on my shoulders. So I was super intentional about like removing things from my plate that I couldn't handle, and then also just getting really clear on getting really clear on my own boundaries around like with myself and also with other people, so that I could actually have time and space to dedicate to the things that I really wanted to do, which honestly could be like laying around doing nothing, or going to crochet class, or just taking a walk and not feeling guilty about it. Because I feel like, I don't know what happened, but over this past year, I was like so head down in work and felt like if I did not work, everything would fail, and that was just like not a good vibe for me. So that was like one of the biggest things that came out of my 2023 reflection. Now that we did that, I am going to pull another card from my Oracle deck for 2024 visioning. And then I'm gonna pull 3 separate cards for you all. You all can kind of pick and choose whichever card resonates most with you. So what you'll see is like 3 cards laid down, and then you can pick whichever card calls out to you. I would say intuitively go with this. Again, take this with a grain of salt. I am not like a professional tarot or oracle card reader. I do this like mostly for myself and my intuition, and also for journaling and like setting intentions for when I want to journal, reflect, or vision for what is coming next. This is the card that I intuitively picked. It is about harvest, and ooh, this one feels so good. So I'm gonna bring this intention into journaling for 2024 and visioning, and then I'm gonna use this intention as well for all of 2024, which actually I feel like this card is just the perfect card because lots of things have been happening, and I feel like it's just setting me up to really move into all of this good energy and what I really want to be doing. I just feel really good about this. So let's get into your cards. In the next portion, I will lay out 3 cards. Intuitively, I would say pick the card that is calling to you, and that will be your message or your intention for 2024 visioning as we make the vision boards together. So if you picked card A, which is this card, Mauna Lisa, Cosmic Power, I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook that we have. This is the Oracle deck, African Goddess Rising. I love this deck, by the way. So let me just read quickly the guidance and embodiment from Mauna Lisa. The guidance says, you are in the right place. Release the fear of your own power. You are sacred, you are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. The embodiment for this card says to rise up into your magnificence. Rise up into your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. I feel like for this card, whatever your 2024 intention is, whatever you are planning or thinking for what's to come in 2024, it is time to fully move forward into it and just go for it. This card is super powerful. I love this card. If you picked card B for your 2024 intention, this is Maat, and the card says giving and receiving. Let me just read a little bit from the guidance book about what this card says. The guidance says, reset your harmonic balance. You are out of alignment. The sacred scales command you to give and receive. If you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, you are stuck in martyrdom and out of alignment. The embodiment says, giving and receiving is spiritual law and spell work. Give time, money, service, resources, and good vibes. If you are a generous giver, cultivate a practice of receiving. Receiving is a sacred feminine principle that makes many uncomfortable. You can receive compliments, joy, support, pleasure, friendship, money, and love. They are all the same to spirit. So what comes up for me is, are you giving away too much of your time, energy, power, money, whatever it is, to other people and not saving it for yourself? Or are you hoarding all of these things and not seeing where you can actually give some of your gifts and some of your own abundance back to your community? These are just things to think about. Finally, if you chose card C, this is the card Miracles, and the goddess is Ayizan, I believe. Let me just read a little bit about this card for you all, and her guidance and embodiment. Her guidance. You are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. And her embodiment says, you claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do awakens your soul, and have your desires. This is life's miracle. Ooh, I love this card. So something that comes up for me for this card and for anybody who chose this card is maybe when we are visioning for 2024 and when we are creating our 2024 vision boards together, don't play it so safe. Maybe think a little bit bigger. Don't hold back on the vision that you have for next year and what you want things to look like. What if we dreamed a little bit bigger because it is already yours? All right, y'all, I hope all of these 3 intentions that I laid out resonate with you. And now that we've all got our own intentions and pulled cards from like a message from our higher selves, let's go into the 2024 visioning part and answer some questions, just journal on it. And then we'll get into the construction of our 2024 vision boards together. Yeah. All right, we're back at the table. I've got my images here. I ripped out some like big images, got some words, pictures, all of it. Now I'm going to just cut them so they look a little bit nicer, and then we are going to put them on the poster board to see what it looks like before we actually paste. And then, oh my gosh, so many things. And then we're going to start planning how we're going to organize our vision board. I laid out all of my photos and now we are just gluing them down. I feel like this is the hardest part because I have to remember how I placed them previously and then glue them down again. So let's get into it. All right, here is the finished product. This is my 2024 vision board. I feel super good about this one. I mean, I say that every year, but I really do feel good about this one. I've got some like business, professional goals and vision here, like personal things with community, travel of course, and This one I am very, very, very proud of. This is about driving because I want to get my Spanish driver's license and really learn how to drive stick shift, and then just also have a car over here. I feel like that would help a lot. So I feel super good about this, and now I'm going to remove my 2023 vision board in my office and then put this one up so I can look at it every single day. If you did make your vision board with me, then I would love to see what your 2024 vision board looks like and what is on it. If you want to share a little bit about it, feel free to take a photo and then tag me on Instagram at CassandраTLE, and I can cheer you on and just, you know, send good vibes for your amazing 2024 year. Yay! Oh, also I wanted to show you all, so I made this one by myself, but earlier in the day, Mario and I made a vision board for us as a couple. So this is the second year that we've done it, and this is our vision board, like our couple vision board. We did like some reflections from 2023. We talked about where we want to be as a couple, certain things we want to do personally that will help us grow as a couple. So here's what our 2023 vision board looks like. I love it. I think this one is really awesome. It's super intentional. We talked a lot about wanting to build more community here in Toledo, to start really saving seriously. Where is it? Really saving seriously for our first home, and just lots of other things. So if you are in a relationship and you want to do this with your partner, I highly recommend. We spent like I think like an hour or so just reviewing what 2023 looked like for us, like individually, and then what it looks like for us as a couple, and the good things, the bad things. We talked about what we would rate this year. So then we got super clear on what our goals are going to be, and then that's when we started selecting photos and pasting them here. I've also included all of those questions if you want to do a vision board with your partner, reflection questions about that and all of that in the free Notion template. All right, that's it for week 2 of the end of year reset challenge. Thanks for joining me as we made our vision boards and set intentions, as well as reflected on 2023. I'm super excited to continue this 4-week journey. Next week, we are going to be doing planning, which is something that I also really, really love. Don't forget to grab the free Notion template down in the video description. You can use that as a template to follow along for all of the activities that we're doing throughout this entire month, as well as have some journaling prompts, affirmations, and just like checklists of things to do, and you can create your own checklist, of course. And that is it. My name is Cassandra, and I'm super happy to have you here. Don't forget to hit subscribe and also the like button. I will see you in the next video. Ciao!